So I have this thing that happens to me where, like, every night I wake up and I'm in this like panic or something, and it's been happening to me for years, and I don't really know exactly what it's about. I mean, I kind of do. Oh God, it's like hard to talk about, but I don't know. It's about regret, and it's about this. It's about this feeling that just gets to me. This feeling of regret, and so what are the thoughts that sort of come with it? I'm 39, and I think about how I don't really feel successful in my career. I don't have a partner. I don't have a family. And I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, like half my life is gone and I've done none of these things I was supposed, quote unquote, to do, and it's just this fear and this panic. And I feel like we just live in this society where you can't admit if you're feeling that. You can't just say, like, man, maybe I fucked up. Maybe I lived my life wrong. In particular for me, sometimes like the family and having kids stuff comes up because, there's so many people like, oh, you single women without kids, like you're going to be lonely. You're going to be miserable, right? And sometimes in the night I wake up, I'm like, yeah, maybe I am lonely. Maybe I am miserable. Maybe I did everything fucking wrong. And it's just such a taboo to admit that, and it's, and I'm so tempted right now to be like, oh, but of course I don't regret it. I don't regret it for X, Y, and Z reasons. And the thing is most people, if you ask them, they'll say they don't have regrets. And I can't remember what it was. I'm fucking in bed at like 6 a.m. right now. But like, I read this book once and it kind of talked about how we do this cognitive dissonance if we have a painful thought because we don't really want to face the painful thought. And what that cognitive dissonance is like most people actually don't end up having regrets, because if you have a regret, you'll like immediately justify it to yourself. And I can feel myself doing that. I can feel myself being like, oh, but X, Y, and Z reasons, or this, that, and the other. But the truth is, every night, and this has been happening for years, every night, almost every night, the vast majority of nights, I wake up in a panic. And the truth is, I don't really know what it's about. Sometimes it's about not being successful in my job. Sometimes it's about being single. Being single, I think, is a big one for me. I think that one, I don't really get. If I share a bed with someone, I don't get it. I think maybe it's an expression of being really lonely. But I also don't really know what to do about that because, like, I date and stuff, and and then usually when I date people, I'm less happy overall. Like, I'm less happy in my life. I have some person who's like, pissing me off all the time, or, you know, yeah, like in general, overall when I date, I tend to be just less happy overall. So I usually break up, and then I'm happier 90% of the time, but at night then I wake up with a panic. So I don't really know what to do about that. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so, but yeah, sometimes I have regrets about my career, not having kids, being single for so long, and these regrets just come up at night, and they wake me up. And you know, I think it's a shame that we kind of justify our regrets, or that we do cognitive dissonance ourselves out of them, because we don't learn from our mistakes then, right? It's like, oh, I'm 40. I'm 39. I'm 39, almost 40, preparing. You know, I'm 39, and you know, like on one hand, it sucks if I have regrets at 39, at 40. On the other hand, what am I going to do? Just do the same thing over and over again until I'm fucking 80? Just keep going this way? Because that's what happens when you don't admit your regrets, right? You keep making the same mistake. You keep doing that. If it even was a mistake. I mean, I don't know. Like, there's also a level at which whatever fucking path you choose, you know, whatever path you choose is going to have downsides, right? Like, in a way, you're guaranteed to have regrets, some degree of regret over the path not taken. So I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'll keep recording about this, because it's going to happen every night, I'll bet. So let's see if we can get to the bottom of what the fuck I regret.